the button right now. So welcome everyone to today's Wealth Call here at the Wealthier World. It's your girl Nikki Knows Now, and I'm going to be presenting to you an opportunity that has changed my life and has the potential to change your life also. I want to welcome you onto this interactive session where you can talk to me as I go through this information. Welcome onto the call. We have Jamaica, Covent Garden, Hackney. We have North Wales. Lovely, 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 lovely to have you on. Anyone else from anywhere else in the world currently tuned on to today's Wealth Call here at the Wealthier World? We've got Dagenham, lovely to have you on. James, hello Tom. Mary in Red Hill, lovely to have you on. Barking in the house. Anyone else, don't be shy, find that chat box and tell me where you're currently tuned in from. We have Trinidad in the house. Hello, Marion. Birmingham, Ireland. Okay. Anybody from Jamaica in the house? Do we have anyone in Nigeria? We normally have the Nigerians coming out. We normally have the Jamaicans. We have Fulham, Windlesham. Oh, we are global. We have Essex, Oxford. Yes. Hello, Utica. It's lovely to have you on. Virginia, Florida, United Kingdom, Jamaica, Oregon, Germany. Oh, amazing. And so wherever you are tuned in from around the world, I personally want to welcome you to today's Wealth Call. Yes, of course, Nigeria's on. Lovely to have you on, Bissy. Sheffield in the house as well. And so over the next 25 minutes, I'm going to be introducing you to a concept that allows you not just one stream of income, but two streams of income. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce myself officially for you. Hello, Isabel in Portugal. And then we are going to get this call well and truly started. Now, they do say that 80% of what you hear, you forget. And so it's important that you have a notebook or even your notes section on your phone where you're able to take down the key information. And so my name is Nikki Knows Now. I'm a brand expert, a life coach. I'm a property developer as well. I've been in the investment space since the age of 18, where by the age of 21, God had blessed me with my first £1 million portfolio. And so I've been in the investment space for all my life. I got a job in the bank at the age of 18 years old, worked my way up into a senior position where I was training and developing leaders across the world. I collaborated with CEOs and I was in a very, very good job, ladies and gentlemen. But one of the things I found out, very, very quickly was that a job will never ever help you to retire your parents. It will never ever get you to a position where you can really impact the world because you're forever exchanging your time for money. And so I got introduced to a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by my mentor, who was one of the first multi-millionaires under 30s in New Orleans. And when I read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it taught me some vital information. I want to give you some facts right now. 95% of people currently exchange their time for money, and they have no time, no money, or worse, neither of those, both, right? Can you imagine working all hours of the day, all hours of the month, and at the end of the month, you still don't have enough money to pay your bills, or you still don't have enough money to do what it is that, you really want to do? The book said 95% of people live like that. They exchange their time for money, right? Now, there are an elite 5% of individuals. Now, 5% of individuals, they don't exchange their time for money. What they do is they leverage a system. They have a system that brings them in wealth every single day without them having to exchange their time. I want to know on the call right now, if you're someone that wouldn't mind going to bed tonight and waking up with more money in your account tomorrow without you having to exchange your time. Put a number 1 in the chat if that is you, because that is what the book said. 5% of people do not exchange their time for money. They leverage a system. They have a business or they have investments that bring money in for them. A little bit like celebrities who have a link in their bio who say, if you click this bio, you get 20% off at this store. When you click that bio, not only do you get 20%, but that celebrity is making money from your transaction. They get a commission from your transaction. And so what we're going to go for today is I am going to be sharing with you 2 ways in which you can begin to Earn an additional income without exchanging your time. Now, if you're on this call right now and you have, a dream or a goal that if you had more time or more money, you would do that, I want you to put that goal in the chat for me now. What is your goal? What would you do if money or time was not a problem, or there was an unlimited resource? What would you do if you had, more time and more money? For me, it was to retire my parents. It was to, give back to my grandma and my mum. Those two individuals, I watched them suffer. I watched them struggle. Who is your why? What is your goal? So I see, retire my mum, travel with my children. Does anybody else on this call have a goal right now? Because I want you to have that goal at the forefront of what we are talking about. Is what you're doing right now going to enable you to be able to do those things? Travel the world, Elaine says. Is there anybody else on the call with something that they would do, if certain things was not a restriction? Clear my debt, send money to my mum in Jamaica, financial freedom, all of the above. Now, I want to ask you this question. Are you currently open to learning and starting a new business that could potentially get you to that goal? If the answer is yes, then put yes in the chat. If the answer is no, then this is where your part of the call ends, because we're going to talk about setting up a business. So if you are open to hearing information that can get you to that goal, you are on the right call, because that is exactly what we're here to talk about. Now, I want to ask you a question right now. How much time a day do you realistically have available? Now, it doesn't matter what your time is. I just want to know. It could be an hour a day. Could be 2 hours a day, right? It could be 3 hours. Whatever the time is that you have available, I just want you to put that in the chat, because what I want to do is I want to show you how you can set up a business to achieve the goal that you have in the time limit that you have. So I want you to type in the chat for me the time limit that you have. Is it an hour a day? So Elaine says 2 hours a day. Fantastic. We have 4 hours. How much time do you have to commit to starting a new business? And don't worry about what anybody else says. I see 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Fantastic. And now, what I want to show you right now is the very last question. If I can show you how you can achieve that goal in the time that you have available, are you ready to A, find out, and B, are you ready to start getting to work? Right? Dayton says, yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. Are you open? We got yes, please, right? Okay, excellent. So I want to introduce you to the largest financial market in the world, the foreign exchange market, a market that is making $6.7 trillion a day every single day, right? 6.7 trillion a day, right? I want you to hear every single day. Write this number down. Have you ever even said 6.7 trillion? When was the last time you began to speak trillions? $6.7 trillion a day is being pumped into this market every single day. Now, we are creating 100 millionaires in this industry every single day through buying and selling currencies. Now, a lot of people get confused between the stock market and the foreign exchange market. And so let me just break that down right now. The stock market is where you're investing into a company's reputation. Foreign exchange, or also known as Forex, is where you exchange one currency for the next. So very simply, when you went away on holiday, you may have exchanged one currency for another currency. You would have participated into this market. And now what we want to do is teach you how the bureaus, the banks, the post office, the people that you normally exchange your money with are actually making money from your money. You see, when you hand them over your money, they're taking a slice, putting it in their pocket, and then they exchange the rest with another currency. But on your slip, it says commissions, charges, and taxes, but actually it should just say their profits, because they are making money from your money. So what if I could tell you today that you can download a free app onto your phone, a free app, and you can begin to trade with just 10p trades. I want you to type 10p in the chat for me if you are, you've got 10p available, because it's the largest market in the world, and if you don't have 10p available, then unfortunately this is where your journey comes to an end, because you will need some money. You see, a lot of people want to, see profits, but they don't want to invest. So you can invest as little as 10p trades, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the great thing about this is that it's now accessible to the everyday person, because years ago, you needed at least 2-3 million to be able to get into this space. But with the power of technology, the power of something called leverage, you are able to start with 10p trades. So regardless of your financial background, regardless of what you know or how much money you now have access just from your phone. So when you connect with us here at the Wealthier World, we give you a blueprint to be able to learn this market, learn it well, and be able to start trading, wait for it, within 24 hours. So within 24 hours of joining our platform, we have you trading. Now, we give you a practice demo app first for you to get comfortable using the buy and sell buttons, right? It's just 2 buttons, buy or sell. And then once you get comfortable pressing the buttons, you will then be able to go live with real live money, starting with 10p trades. How does that sound, guys? Are you excited about this? To be able to start making money every single day in the largest market in the world, and you can do this from your bed. You can do this from the beach. You can do this anywhere, anytime. The market is a 24-hour-a-day market. When I had my baby last year, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was, feeding my baby, and guess what I was doing? I was trading. Why? Because the market is open. So we teach you this. Now, when you connect with us here at the Wealthier World, we give you a back office system. Now, we've partnered with an amazing company called I Am Academy, and the company is the best trading platform in the world. Right? We have over 300,000 customers currently plugged into our training every single day, doing exactly what I'm going to show you right now. So you get your back office platform. I've just logged into my grandma's one. This is my grandma's one. We can see she's on level 1. She's completed 50%. Right? And the first thing you do when you come in is you go into the Academy section. So you go into the Academy section, and this is where you begin your learning. Right? So this is the boring stuff. This is the bit where you're learning the skill, learning the jargon, understanding what, the difference between a buy and a sell is, understanding that you can trade 24 hours a day, understanding that whether the market goes up or down, you can make money. That's why this is the largest, most liquid market in the world that's never, ever crashed. Never crashed. Through every recession, through every, problems that's happening in the world, we have grown from strength to strength. Now, if you're someone that says, actually, I know nothing about anything to do with Forex, I didn't even know what Forex meant, you will love Series 100, because Series 100 takes you from the basics, what is Forex, down to the history of Forex, who trades in the market, and the best part of it, by the time you finish Series 100, which is about an hour of your time, 3-minute videos, 2.5-minute videos, you would know how to place a trade, because we tell you how to enter a trade using Android, how to enter a trade using iPhone. So now you're going to be able to place your trades after your first 100 series. Now, the great thing about this is we even tell you when to buy, when to sell, and we give you this in Series 100. Now, during your own time, you then will complete Series 200, 300, and 400, but the first thing you want to do is Series 100. Now, if English isn't your first language, now in Wealthier World, we have so many different countries, it would be too crazy to list, but every continent in the world is currently in our academy. We range from Jamaica, Nigeria, Ghana, Trinidad, all over America, Australia, Canada, right? But if English isn't your first language, Asia, Dubai, you can click into the language that suits you. Now, once you finish Series 100, we want you to go into the Go Live sessions. Now, I'd love it if you type in Go Live. Now, what the Go Live sessions are is these are multi-millionaire traders that are trading live and showing their screens. So not only are they telling you what trades they are getting in, so if you find that you want to get into those trades, you can get into them too, but you can interact with these traders, ask them questions, and they're going to show you why they're getting into the trades. They're going to help you do your own charts. They're going to help you so that you can now start to predict your own trades. Now, I'm not going to go through every single trader on here because we have over 150 educators. And these educators are not like the business teachers at school that's never run a business. These educators are traders. So as they're trading for themselves, they're showing you the screen and saying, hey, look, press this button. We're now going to press buy on JPY. We're now going to press sell on the euro against the Japanese yen. Whatever it is, they are doing it live. You can see their screen and you're able to ask questions just like how we are on this call now. And the great thing is that education is 24 hours a day. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter what time you want to trade, you go into the classroom for an hour session and you are able to start making money. I can see the chat box getting really excited about this. I am too. Now, one of my good friends who, trades gold, which we love gold in our family, right? Gold is something that if you can master gold, you can really get some good returns on that. And I'm being modest when I say that. Now, Luke Longmire is one of my good friends, and he teaches advanced sessions. Now, he teaches on gold, and this is advanced. If you're someone that's new, that has never traded before, you may want to write this name down, Manny Q, M-A-N-N-Y-Q. Now, I want to show you here the top 5 educators, right? If you have a look here, Luke, 52,000 views last week. Absolutely incredible. 52,000. So these are the top 5 educators, and each week you see who the top 5 were. But if you're someone that is new, you want to trade with someone who can teach you from basic. And we recommend a gentleman called Manny Q or Joshua Walls. Now these two, what they do is they break things down very, very slowly for you, accurately, and they take their time because they understand that you are indeed a beginner. Now you will click into that anytime you like. And also, if you miss a session, they are recorded so you can, watch it on the replay, but obviously you can't take the trade. So you're only going to be watching them for education purposes. Now, if you're somebody that knows about Forex, you will also know that there's other things that we can trade. So we not just teach you Forex, Forex, gold, silver, commodities, etc., oil. We also teach DCX, which is your digital currencies. So this is your cryptocurrencies, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. We also teach you something called HFX. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but simply HFX is around time-based tradings. So if you're someone that says, actually, I want to do 1-minute trades, I want to do 4-minute trades, 5-minute trades, I want to trade for 3 minutes, then you can actually select trades based on time. Okay, based on time. And so we have those different educators. I'm just pulling up there so you can see there's a schedule of all your favorite educators. Now, once you've picked the channel that you want, you can be flicking in between all of the channels. One of the things that we advise you is to really work with a plan. So we give you a plan so that you know exactly where it is that you're going. Now, we also help you with your mindset, because trading is 90% mindset. And so we have partnered with the best mindset trainer, guru there is in the world, Mr. Bob Proctor. If you know Bob Proctor, type Bob in the chat. If you have not heard of Bob Proctor, I want you to Google him straight after this call, because he is the guru. He is the king. He's on his way to being a multi-billionaire, and he gives training on how to believe in yourself, how to avoid greed, how to make sure that you stay focused on your goal, that you believe that you do deserve more, that you can tap into millions, multi-millions. You can, come in and really, make this thing happen, because trading is definitely 90% mindset. You'll see the system is very simple. Copy, paste, copy the instructions, follow the educators, learn the skill for yourself, take your time. But we want to make sure that you have a mindset of a champion. You see, sometimes it's very easy to get the money, but to keep the money is a different story. And so to have access to multi-billionaires, like Christopher Terry and Bob Proctor is absolutely amazing. The CEO of the company, Christopher Terry, does so much for this company. I actually went to dinner with him a couple of times, and when I sat down with Chris and heard his vision for this company, I knew that this was the vehicle for me. A man that has come from the streets, a man that has worked his way up into an industry that he mastered the skill. He's actually a multi-million-dollar trader himself, so he knows this thing. And his wife, Isis De La Torre, a lady who is very close to my heart, She was the first woman on Wall Street, Latino woman, to get her licenses. So between them, they are a powerhouse couple that are running this company, which is completely privately owned, no third parties, no debts. So you know this company is solid, right? Originally, I think it's 7 years now, this company's been around, and it is going from strength to strength. 300,000 customers currently plugged into this and, you know, changing their lives. We're seeing so many people completely being able to achieve their goals and do the things that they've always wanted to do. And so you get access to these people as well. Now, there's something really exciting that I want to show you next, which is our strategies. Write this down. Now, we give you a set of strategies that enable you to not just learn, but earn. So these strategies that I'm going to show you now do not come with learning parts to them, but they do come with the earning potential, right? Absolutely amazing, where you can come in and copy and paste. Now, with our Platinum Pack, there is one strategy that comes, and with our Elite Pack, you get, you know, all the strategies. And I'm just going to click into it there so you can see. Now, with our Platinum Pack, you get the harmonic scanner, and I'm going to show you that scanner in a moment. But with our Elite Pack, you get some additional apps that are absolutely amazing, such as the Swipe Trades. Now, what the Swipe Trade is an app that you can put on your phone. It sends you a notification like a text message, and it tells you Euro against JPY, press buy. Euro against Australian dollar, press sell. And it's very, very simple. You can get into a trade by 30 seconds with the Swipe Trades. And that does come as an additional app. I believe $22 for that app. But that app alone, I know, has created a lot of people, a lot of wealth, right? But inside the Platinum Pack, now coming with your package, right, this is the harmonic scanner. Now, this is a $2.2 million software, and this software is what the banks use to trade your money. This software scans the market. It does all the fancy charts for you. It looks at previous patterns in the market, and it predicts where the market is going to go. And we're going to talk a little bit about losses as well, because so many people, when they talk about trading, they just talk about the fun part, but they don't talk about losses. And so what I want to talk to you now using this scanner is how you can protect your money, how you can minimize your losses and maximize your profits. So this scanner, I don't want you to be scared about it. You'll see some lines, some, you know, literally colors, triangles. I looked at this and I was like, whoa, what's going on? And when I was shown how simple it is to use this, I was blown away. But it will make you look really clever in front of your friends, right? But I do want to show you this right now. So if you can see the screen, all you have to do is look for the currencies at the top of the screen. So on the top of the screen, you should be able to see USD JPY, right? Which is the United States dollar and the Japanese yen. If you can see that on the screen where my cursor is, USD JPY, could you just type in the chat for me, UJ? If you can type in UJ in the chat, if you can see the US dollar JPY. Excellent. Now, the next thing you'd have to do is look for the letter D. Now, if you can see the letter D, so you're ignoring everything else, you can see the letter D, put D in the chat for me, right? Very, very simple right here. Excellent. Now, you would simply go into your phone and put UJ and then press buy. It is that simple. UJ and then press buy. Now, what this algorithm does is it tells you whether the market's going up, so you buy, or whether the market is going down, so you sell, right? And we teach you how to look at this intricately. But when you're a beginner, simply all you have to know is the location of the D. If the D is at the bottom of the screen, you are going to press buy. And if D is at the top of the screen, you're going to press sell. So as D is at the bottom of the screen there, we are pressing buy. So can you just put BUY in the chat for me so I know that you can see that? If D was up the top here, we would then be pressing sell to go down. Really, really simple. So as you can see here where the D is, if we'd have pressed buy when the signal came out, look, the market actually went up. Can you see? And it has touched our TP1 line, which tells us where to take our profit. So this trade has been won. It has done what the algorithm has said. From D, it says buy, we've gone up here, and once we hit TP1, we would have cashed out our profits and we would have made, some money. And depending on how much you would have put down will depend on how much you would have made. And we're not going to go through that today. We teach you about, exactly how much you can earn. But the point of it is this algorithm is 89% accurate, which means 89% of the time you are going to make a profit. Now, here's the best part of it. I want you to write stop in the chat if you can see the red line that says stop. If you can see the red line that says stop, I want you to please type stop in the chat for me. Right? If you can see the red line that says stop on there. Excellent. Now, what the stop is that gives you an indication that the trade is going the wrong way. And so to protect your money, you tell the platform where to cut you out of the trade, right? Very, very simple. Very simple. So we minimize your losses and we maximize your profits, okay? And we get into, the risk to rewards and all that kind of stuff with you once you come into the academy to teach you how to do this. Now, one of the most amazing things that you get when you come into the Wealthier world is our personal wealth plan. Now, the wealth plan shows you, it's designed to give you a guide so that you can help your mindset to be able to know when to stop trading and when to get in and out of the markets, right? Now, I want you to type in the chat for me right now. Imagine you had £100 in your bank account and you left that £100 in your bank account for, 2 years, and you forgot about it and went back to that bank account. How much would be in that bank account at the end of those 2 years? How much interest you think the bank would give you? If you had £100 or $100 in your account and you left it there, how much money would be in your account come the end of those 2 years? If you just forgotten about that money, right? Mike says, £10 and a penny, if we're lucky. Any advances on that? 50p, Gary says. -0, Dayton says. Hopefully £20, right? Now, I'm going to show you now exactly what we're looking at when you come into the Wealthier world. Now, past profits do not guarantee future success, and you can have losses in trading. And what we're going to show you here is how, and we're going to incorporate some losses as well for you, because I want to talk to you about losses, because a lot of people don't. So here at the Wealthier world, we set you a plan from growing your money from 5 to 10% a day, right? So we're going to use, you can put in any amount in your trading account, right? We've already said you can start with 10p trades, but we're going to show you right now exactly what you can do with £100, right? So the same £100 is sitting in your bank account doing nothing. You put that into a trading account and you can begin to multiply that money by 5% daily, right? This is where we've set the plan. So after day one, you're looking at 105 if you're growing it by 5%. Day two, 5% of 105 is now 110.25, etc. After 30 days, and let me just go over and move my screen a little bit so we can begin to see this clearly, right? I think someone's writing on the screen. Let me just try and share that again. Excellent. And so after day 30, right, your £100 is now 432.24. Okay, this is day 30. Day 60, your £100 is now 1,868. And 90 days, your £100 is now 8,073. Now, what we want you to do is, if you can follow a set plan, if you can copy and paste, if you can take instructions, then we will give you using the harmonic scanner that is 89% accurate. But what we teach you is how to use that stop. So if you do get caught out of the trade as a loss, you are still up on your money. So let's say, for example, 50% of the time you made a loss. Now, we already know the scanner's 89%, but let's say 50% of the time you made a loss. Let's go to day 45. So if you, after the 90 days, made 50% losses, on day 45, you literally would still have £898. So with 50% losses, 898, your £100 is still a hell of a lot more than it would have done if it sat into a bank account for 2 years, right? Let's take it further. Out of the 90 days, let's say 70 days were losses. Let's go to day 20. Your £100 is still £265. Now, if you can simply copy this harmonic scanner, which we know is 89% accurate, then you know already that your money, you're going to be up on your money, regardless of if you have losses. Because all you need is 33% accuracy, and you are up on your money. So it doesn't matter that you're going to be stopped out a few times, because actually 89%, you're going to make more money than what it is that you lose. Now, the great thing about this is the harmonic scanner doesn't just give you one trade a day, right? Remember, we are trading daily, every couple of hours, whatever it is that you want, you have 200 trades coming in every single week. So you could simply, this is why the mindset is so important, because we don't want you to be sitting there all day, every day. You know, trading should aid your life. It shouldn't take over your life. You don't want to be sitting there all day, every day, placing trades. You want to hit your target, put your trades on, leave them, let them hit TP, and carry on your day. Once you set it in your phone, 30 seconds, you do not need to keep staring at your phone. Very, very simple, right? Really simple. So just to recap, especially for those that are taking notes, when you come into our academy, you get the wealth plan, where we sit down with you and we go through what it is that you want to put into your trading account. And then we show you the strategy. You know, you could be using the swipe trades, copy and paste, or the harmonic scanner, where you copy when the D's at the bottom you buy, the D's at the top you sell. Then you go onto the Go Live sessions and listen to the educators who are traders, who are telling you what to buy, what to sell as well, right? And then also you have the academy videos that are enabling you to be able to learn the skill and understand the jargon. We go from beginners, basic, all the way up to advanced. So it doesn't matter your knowledge, wherever you are, we can help you grow from that avenue. Now, if you come into the Platinum Pack, the Platinum Pack comes with the videos, the mentorship, the online Go Live sessions. It comes with the harmonic scanner. Then that will cost you $235. If you come in on the Elite Pack, that costs you $325. And that comes with all of the additional apps that I haven't gone into yet. If you're someone that says, actually, I want the 235, but I like the sound of swipe trades, you can add that on for $22. And now you're able to come in and begin to copy and paste within 24 hours of joining our academy. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever, you know, looked at training before, because I'm going to give you something special now. Let me just have a look at this chat. 12 years ago, I paid £5,000 for a 3-day residential course. Yeah, and I mean, some of you will be very surprised at the value of this, because you don't get this type of training for this price. Gary, I'll tell you, if that was 12 years ago, one of the girls that joined our platform a couple of months ago paid £22,000 for a 7-day course. This is elite training. This is what it's designed for the rich and wealthy. It's not normally designed for everyday people, so the pricing is normally, you know, accordingly. So when I found this company and I saw this is what they were doing, I jumped in. You know, I'm a businesswoman. I've been investing all my life. And to hear the types of returns that we've been getting has been, you know, near to none. It even changed the way that I began to invest in property. I decided I didn't want mortgages anymore. I decided that I didn't want to get lending, right? I wanted to buy things cash, because I didn't want anyone to tie me down to buying things on a monthly basis. And so, Gary, you'll be pleased to know that we're not offering this for a 3-day or 7-day course. This is actually 30 days. So you can come in, begin to trade within 24 hours, learn the skill, be able to come in and make money, copy our systems, work with our educators for 30 days. Now, in those 30 days, you're doing everything that you're doing, you're learning the skill, you're making the money. Now, after the 30 days, you can just say, look, I've learned the skill now, I can go off and trade. The app is yours, you're trading. But if you decide to leave, what happens is you will then lose the mentorship, you lose the academy videos, you lose the Go Live sessions and the swipe trades, right? But you're just now predicting the market for yourself and trading for yourself. But if you're someone that says, hey, I love it, this is what's making me the money, I'm staying, right? Then you have two choices. Number one, you can opt back in for another 30 days, which we discount you down to $174. This is around £135, give or take exchange rate. Or number two, you can introduce 2 active paying customers and you now have indefinite access free of charge. So this means you bring your mom, your cousin along, and now you have it for free. Yes, Gary, you can have it for free. Some people saying, leave, no way, I'm definitely not going anywhere. You're tapping into your phone, making money, and the products actually work. They tell you what to do. They instruct you in simple terms so you're able to begin to, start to make your dreams and realities. So many times we hear these cliche schemes and things that are going on, but I've tried and tested a lot of different things, and I have never seen something so powerful that the everyday person, anyone, can get themselves connected to. And so the person who put you on this call, they believe that you can do this. In fact, our website is now locked. We no longer take people in that are just going onto the website. You have to know someone who is in to be able to get in. And the good news is that the person who put you on, they have a code to get you in. And so simply for you to get involved today, you simply need to get the code from the individual that put you on the call, tell them thank you, because quite frankly, they could have contacted anybody, thousands of people probably in their phone book, and they called you because they believe that you can do it. So simply, you just have to get back to that individual who put you on the call, tell them thank you, ask them for the link to get you started, click that link, and then you will be able to purchase your pack with us here at the Wealthier World, partnering with I Am Academy. And I'm super excited to be welcoming those of you that are making the decision to win big with us, because we are seeing great results. We're seeing great results from people all across the world. Now, if you're someone that comes in and you love the products and you see that they work and you really want to, run with this, there's a second side to this business that will allow you to now create your own Forex and cryptocurrency business, where now you can actually partner with the company and begin to earn commissions on your referrals, right? Now, this is the part of the business where this is for people that have big thinking. This is for people that say, actually, my calling is bigger than just me making money. My calling is bigger than just me making money. I want to empower my grandma. I want to empower my mom. My 76-year-old grandma has an account here, ladies and gentlemen. My husband trades. My 9-year-old son is trading, right? And so I knew that my purpose was bigger than just me. And so I decided to become an affiliate for the company. I decided to become, a partner with the company where I now refer their products and they pay me a commission. Now, I just want to show you something really, really quickly, just for those people on the call that say, doesn't that sound like one of those things? Isn't that one of them pyramids? If you've ever heard of this company called Amazon before, I'd love it if you could just put an A in the chat. Put an A in the chat if you've heard of this company called Amazon. And then I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if you've ever purchased something from Amazon. Isn't it beautiful? You can see all the books that I've purchased, over the last few months from this company. I've given out so many books to people that I know is going to change their life. And I've referred one book to you today, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Right? Now, I want you to put a number 2 in if you've ever referred something from Amazon to a friend. You liked it, you referred it to them, and they, went out and purchased it. Put a number 2 in. Now, I want you to say yes or no. Did Amazon pay you or give you something free for that referral? I want to find out from you today. Did Amazon give you? So Tom says no in big capital letters. Jade says nope, certainly not. Now, I want to show you this because sometimes we're leaving money on the table because we're so used to being consumers that we don't even recognize that we have money available to us. Amazon have an associates program that if you should refer a friend or refer a product, they pay you. How much time have you missed out on money because we didn't look at the fine print? How much time did we miss out on making an extra income because we didn't look at the fine print? Now, I don't work for Amazon, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure you guys will agree that Amazon is coming up to being a multi-billion-dollar company. Amazon is not a pyramid, but Amazon have the same program that we do. If you are passionate about our products, you see it's making money. I've got teams all over the world. Nigeria, where the average income is 120 pounds, they would not be able to afford to stay every month if they were not trading and making money. And so you have a decision to make today. Do you give this a go? Do you give yourself a chance to true freedom? Do you let go of the ego? Do you let go of some of the things that you may have heard of in the past and say, hey, actually, there's people like me that look like me, that come from where I come from. They're making money in this space and they are currently on the bus. Are you going to make yourself, get out your comfort zone to come and learn a skill that's changing lives every single day? This is not come in and see if it's going to work. It's working already. We have a blueprint. And when you join, particularly with the Wealthier World, you get a special 12-step plan that's going to kickstart your journey so you can get even faster results. Now, I want to see the people on this call right now that are saying, hey, look, I am ready to get started. If you're ready to get started now, I want you to say ready in the chat and get back to that person who put you on this call.